YouTube, what's going on? Mike here, back with another video. How's everybody doing today? Beautiful sunny day here in South Florida. Oh man, it's been raining, hot. That's why I haven't been riding most of this one. It's been hot, man, really hot. But anyway, this video is going to be a little different today. I do my best to be within, you know, YouTube's guidelines and say certain things or don't say certain things or whatever. But, you know, I've been seeing a lot of things lately. And like I always tell you guys, I watch, you know, male improvement, manosphere type of stuff. You know, that's just what it is. I watch it with my wife sometimes. We watch a lot of things together on YouTube. And, you know, I see a lot of just, man, crazy things going on with how everything is on like YouTube. You know, it's just like people's videos getting taken down. I don't know if you guys know, but Andrew Tate got banned. Like, that's just it's just crazy how these things where you can't even have an opinion anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can't even have an opinion without somebody just shutting you down. Like, and then I watch a lot of other people who just feel like they shouldn't say certain things because they don't want to be quote unquote canceled, you know? So there's a lot of, I always told myself when it comes to those type of, you know, it's either black and white and then you have gray areas, and it's like for me, I try not to touch on certain topics because, you know, it's like you don't want to lose, or, you know, I don't know, when people don't know everything you believe in or 100% things you stand on, they can't really make a clear judgment of the type of person you are. I mean, I think that's fair to say. You know, like, I never shared my political, my religious, how I see relations. Well, I probably have shared little things about relationships, you know, with me and my wife and how things have been like that. But as far as just how I see gender roles or roles in marriages, like, you know, you can't say certain things nowadays because people might not look at you the same or whatever. I mean, 98% of my audience is male. That I do know. You know, I mean, who knows how good the analytics are, right? But you know, let's keep going. That's just what it is. You know, men probably watch motorcycle content more than women. So, you know, today I'm gonna just say some things on how I feel about certain things that probably most people wouldn't agree with me about. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who know me, you know that, or have been watching me for a while, let's just say that, you know, I own my own business, and, you know, I've always said, you know, do the things you want to do in life, live your dreams, etc., etc. Go ahead, lady. I know how roundabout works. Go ahead. That's how roundabout works. So anyway, yeah. What was I saying now? just that quick, I forgot. But let me get back on topic. I know what I was gonna say. You know, I've always just promoted doing the things you want to do in life when you want to do it. But you know, that's not everybody can't live or can't say that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it took me hard work to get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to do the things I want to do, you know, honestly, to be honest with you guys, I only work maybe about 6 hours a day, 5 to 6 hours a day. I can do 6 or 7 calls within that time and make a great living. You know what I'm trying to say? So my whole thing is just like, I've worked for companies working 10 jobs a day, 9 to 5, that type of thing, to get where I'm at today. So hard work is a strong thing for me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you don't put in the work, you don't get the results. And being a man and being the head of my household, and, you know, my wife works for me. You know, she has her own business on the side, but essentially she makes my business run a lot smoother. You know, without her, there wouldn't be, you know, so much success right now. That's the best way I can put it, you know. But basically the point I'm trying to make is, I have very strong traditional mindsets on things when it comes to that type of stuff. Like I believe, you know, if you're a man and you're capable, you should take care of your household, take care of your family. You know, that's our job, you know. So yeah, that's just how I feel. You know, that's just how I was raised. Those are the mindsets. That's what works for me. That's what I just prefer. That's just my method. That's just what I choose. You know, everybody can choose what they want to do. We live in a modern time now where, you know, for most people, you need a husband and a wife's income to maybe have a better life. But, you know, at the end of the day, I was always like, you know, I've been with my wife now for 11 years, and it's always kind of been like that. She's always worked. Up until I started my own business, that's when even my first year in business, she was still working, but, you know, I was able to, you know, make it happen and to bring her on. And now she, you know, we make a great living together and we work together, and it's not for everybody. So let me just say that. You know, I've told, you know, if you've watched me, you've seen I made videos about, or just a video about Kevin Samuel. So you should have a strong mindset of where I'm coming from if you've been, you know, privy to that side of YouTube, you know. So the whole point I'm trying to get to overall is I do agree with that they're you know, when they say it's equal rights, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we've came so far. Me as an older guy, I don't really go too much in that stuff, but if just looking at in general, it's like, seems like men are being silenced. Like, we can't even talk about things that, how we feel about certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, back to Andrew Tate, I watched him, me and my wife watched him together, and she agrees with a lot of things I mean, if you're not just watching little clips, you wouldn't, but if you watch a whole interview or things like that, and my wife is probably one of the most feminine women I know, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my wife is quick to say, I need you for this, I need you, you know, like, help me. And it's like, I love her for that, for not trying to just be, oh, I'm this strong woman, I can do this by myself, I can do that. To me, that's just not attractive. So, you know, like I said, I'm just saying how I feel about a lot of things today. This is probably the only video I'm gonna do making this, so if, you know, I'm not gonna say certain words, but if it gets deleted, oh well, I don't know, I don't care. So, you know, that's how I feel about that. I'm not, you know, I'm not a misogynist, a sexist, or any of that stuff. I take care of my wife, I give her a great life. She's free to do whatever she wants whenever she wants. You know, it's not like, since I pay for everything, like she's my slave or anything crazy like that. It's like, if you've heard me talk about my wife on this channel, you guys know it's nowhere near that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if I am working my butt off and providing this great life, I should get something, you know what I'm saying? Something like in return for that, not just the regular stuff, you know. I don't know. Hey, look, this is just my thoughts. So you can disagree or you can agree. It just is what it is. But I've worked, you know, hard to make myself a guy, you know. I make more than 6 figures. I work hard every day, work 6 days a week for the most part. You know, I love what I do. I take pride in what I do. Don't get me wrong, like, I know this, like, when I was younger too, because I have a lot of tattoos. We know that. And I always used to be stereotyped for the fact that how I look, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing was, as soon as I open my mouth, not all of that changes, because one thing about me is that I can talk to people. That's a great gift I got from my father. I can talk to people, but and I can articulate what I want to say when I want to say it. But a lot of times, even when I'm doing motor vlogs or I'm in front of customers, there's a lot of things you can't say because you have an image to uphold of professionalism, and, you know, just, you want people to look at you just as a good human being, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I say certain things to people, I'm not going to talk about, so it's easy for me not to talk about those things because I'm trained to do that in my everyday life working. Religion, look, I grew up as a Christian. I grew up as a Christian. That just is what it is. Matter of fact, to be more in depth, my dad was a Jehovah's Witness. So when I was young, I didn't celebrate living with my dad. I didn't celebrate holidays, Christmases and birthdays. It wasn't a thing. When I used to go to my mom's side of the family, that's when we used to, you know, partake in those activities, Easter, blah, blah, blah. But with my dad, it wasn't none of that. So when it comes to those type of things, I don't really, you know, they don't touch my spirit. But when I'll go back to, I grew up as a Christian. So as I would say up until I was 30 years old, I had them when I was 30. And I pretty much believed in Christian God and blah, blah, all that stuff. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens at 30 as a man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But my eyes just opened up to a lot of things. So I started just looking into different religions, like everything. You know, Hebrew, Israelite, just everything. You know what I'm saying? Just Muslim, all that. And I just started to see the same trend of things. Now, don't get me wrong. It's my personal opinion. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. But this didn't sit right with me. Let's just say that. And I came to, like, I don't know, once I started not thinking about that religion or trying to put my faith in a higher being that I don't even know, you know, so things started changing in my life. That's the same year I started, like, around the time I started my business. That's the same time I started fixing my credit. That's the same time my life just changed. And I have to say to myself, like, me and my wife, we're on the same accord. Like, she grew up as a pastor's kid. Like, she was in the church too. Like, so she knows, you know, deeply. And we were on this journey together, and it's like we came to this, you know, and as I was watching things and reading things and looking up things, I was sharing it with her. And like, does this make sense to you? Does this not make sense to you? Like, what do you think about this? And it's like, we slowly realize, hey, this stuff is not for us. You know, sometimes it's for other people. And slowly and surely, my life just started to change. Like, everything started to just get, like, I don't know, get better. That's the best way I can put it. So anyway, guys, not to just keep rambling. I know I'm going on and on, but don't worry, I'm getting to the point. So as I started noticing things and just becoming, I guess, more of a man. Let's just say that. And things just started working out when I dropped it. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm at a point where I don't disbelief that there's a higher power or anything or a being, because of the simple fact that everything works with each other in this world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how nature works, how things are just designed. You know what I'm saying? You know, people believe in different things, to each its own. So anyway, that's how I feel about religion. I'm not a Christian anymore. If you want to say atheist, sure. I don't want to just say I don't believe there's nothing out there. I just feel like we don't know. Everything is from a man's mouth, so we don't know what's 100% sure. That's how I feel. So, another thing. So, yeah, but my whole thing is just like, I don't know, man. People are just afraid to just speak up nowadays and say what they want to say, because you don't want to lose subscribers. You don't want people not to view you anymore. But I feel like, in all honesty, is like, shouldn't people respect you a little bit more if you tell the truth on how you feel about certain things? Like, to me, that whether you dislike it or you like it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I strongly believe that religion exists for certain people. And I don't want to say weak people or weak-minded people, so don't think that, but sometimes some people need certain things in life to give them the strength to do certain things. I wholeheartedly believe that. Like, my grandmother was a Christian, and if she was still alive, I probably wouldn't even talk to her about any of these things. I would just say, you know, I would just probably fake the funk. I don't know, but it's just like, hey, I don't want people to think that, oh, you're just this. I've been through the journey, man. I've read the whole Bible all the way through. So I you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I don't feel like anybody should have to explain themselves on things they like or what they don't like. You know, like male preferences. Like, you'll see in certain things where it's okay for women to speak and say what they like in a man, or I don't want a short man, or I don't want this. But when a guy says how he feels, it's a problem. But we know, as men, amongst men, we talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say, for instance, my wife was in a way my preference. She was the right height. She was the right color, and you know what I'm saying, and she wears her natural hair. That's all I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Now, Could it have been different? Yeah, of course. But hey, look, that's life. As a firm believer of people doing what they want to do, we should all have preferences, right? Anyway, did I tell you guys how much I love this bike today? I don't think I did. I do though. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, man, to me it's crazy. It's crazy how the world is turning into where, you know, YouTube is supposed to be a place where you can say what you want, but hey, if somebody doesn't like it, they can report your page and you can get flagged and this and that. Now, you know, I don't just agree with what everybody says, which I don't think anybody should believe what anybody says wholeheartedly. You should listen to everything, soak up the information. I hate driving in traffic sometimes. It's like, you know, I have to watch for everything, and I'm talking to you guys at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, you know, that's just what it is. So after I watched Andrew Tate's final response video, and how I got to it was because, you know, like I said, I watched mail. There was like one other channel said Andrew Tate messaged me to give you this message. So I clicked on the link to watch his video, and I'm like, man, this man has to literally explain himself, because I feel exactly how I feel. It's like, look, I don't care what people think about me. As long as I'm getting money and I'm doing whatever I want in life, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care less. And it's like, I've already had people talk bad about me. You know, like I said, I have another channel, Mike Check Appliance, and at one point there was this little beef with these appliance repair people and blah blah blah. I heard somebody talk crap about me and blah, you know, and you know, they did it in a way where it's like trying to sneak diss me, and I'm like, no, well, I'm gonna respond to this, but I'm gonna say names because I don't care. So yeah, some would say, oh, I could have just been a bigger man and not say anything and just let it slide. Who cares, right? Right. You know? But to me, I felt like I had to address it because I wanted to clarify some things too. So I had to address it, you know? And it's like, man, when you choose not to address things, sometimes that hurts you, right? I guess that's what this has shown us. But anyway, those of you who are not familiar, all in all, it's just, you know, people are getting shut down for saying things that make sense, and the things that don't make sense seem to be, you know, praised or championed. You know what I'm trying to say? The way the world is coming to nowadays is kind of crazy, and I know a lot of you agree with me. You know, I don't think it's the latter. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we just don't want to say nothing because we're like, man, we all just trying to live and mind my own business and keep it moving, you know? And I get that, because that's what I'm trying to do too. Sorry if this video's long as hell, but that's what it's gonna be today. If you can't watch the whole thing now, just break it into pieces. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, I mean, but just to wrap it all up and bring it back home, it's just that it just makes me kind of upset and sad to where we've come to, where it's like they created this thing called toxic masculinity, where it's just like, what? So you're trying to say only certain men can be men? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Like, my dad, to me, I don't want to say the epitome, but being a masculine man, teaching me how to control my emotions and also knowing how to express them. You know what I'm trying to say? And he taught me that in a way where I kind of learned that on my own, because let's be honest, my dad, he told me this himself. He said, man, I taught you through watching because I see that's how you learn faster. And that's the truth. I didn't know that about myself till I was older. But he's like, you're a visual learner, you learn. So when we're doing jobs and working with him, he wouldn't talk much when I asked certain things, and it was just like, it used to annoy me, but now I realize I'm like, that's my strength. You know what I'm saying? But people would say, oh, he should have been more emotional with you. He should have talked to you and told you soft stories. And hold on, wait till this red light turns green. So yeah, like I was saying, you know, my wife tells me, she told me this, but she tells me this often. She tells me, like, I'm thankful that your dad raised you, because, you know, think about it like this. If you're a man that was just raised by a single mother, it's tough. You know, most of my friends were raised by single moms, so I know this for a fact, that it's tough to not have the masculine energy you need growing up, because a lot of things didn't bother me. A lot of things didn't bother me. I don't ever thought I got bullied. I never, like, if something happened, my dad always taught me to speak up. He didn't always tell me to fight back, but I learned that I had to fight back because of how he showed me things. My dad, you know, did judo, so he taught me some things. So it's like, I don't know, I was raised by a single father, so maybe I'm biased to men and wanting men to do better and being better and being, you know. My wife used to say in the beginning, like, you know that saying is, you don't want to be with a mom, I mean with a guy who doesn't love his mother or doesn't know his mother like that, because he might not know how to love you. Well, she doesn't say that anymore. You see what I'm trying to say? Because I don't think that's true. My dad showed me love. He might not said I loved you all the time, but he took care of me. You know what I'm saying? He clothed me, he fed me, he put a roof over my head. And to me, that was a lot. That's enough. Some people do need more. I love you, I'm proud of you, I'm this and that. And I'm like, sometimes to me that's an excuse. Like, suck it up, get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the world doesn't owe you any excuse, you know, apologies. It's like, it's tough out here, man. It's tough. And to make yourself valuable, to, you know, make a certain amount of money, to live the life you want to live is no easy task in this day and age. Because you can have a passion for something, and that passion might make you no money. And with no money, your life is very different. Let's just say that. I'm not going to say, because there's many people that's fulfilled in life without having money at all. Many people, many. But do I think it's the majority? No. That's because I've been on both sides. I've been on the side not having money, and I've been on the side of having some money. I'm not rich, but I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I can be up middle class or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can take vacations, I can do certain things, you know. And it's like, it is what it is, you know. I don't ever brag, I don't try to tell people what it is. I just try to tell people, work hard and get what you want in life. And sometimes it's not easy, sometimes you got to wait 10 years to do it, but it's like, hey, work on it now, you know. And my wife always tells me, because, you know, like I said, I have my whole other channel, Mike Check Appliance, where I teach guys how to maneuver in this business. And it's like, I never wanted to be a motivational speaker, and I'm just like a guy that like to talk what I talk about and just like to do the things that I do, you know. And it's like, what made me start that channel was because, you know, my dad said I should always give back some way. And it's like, I haven't hired anybody yet. It's tough out here. People don't really want to work anymore, but that's a whole nother conversation. But give back. So that was my way of giving back to something. Like, look, I'm a young black guy out here. There's not many of us in this industry that own our own business and do great at it. Let me put out some information to help people, especially me. I started my page like at 30, 31 or something like that. So I was really, you know, considerably young to be starting my own business, doing what, you know, these guys are doing. Scooter guy. So I wanted to share that with people. And it's like, so, you know, if that's a part of male empowerment, I think so. You know, not to say that you can't be a woman getting into appliance repair, or you can be a woman, listen to male empowerment as well, because wouldn't you want to know your significant other's habits, what they think like? You know what I'm saying? Like, so my whole thing is, I feel like I'm somewhat a part of that, but just not wholeheartedly, because I'm not fully dedicated to that. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I want to do, and that's the whole point. I didn't do YouTube to get monetized, to get famous, or to do anything. Like, it is what it is, man. I just did it because I you know, we have the choice to do the things we want to do in life, right? So that's the reason why I did it. So all in all, you know, hopefully you guys got a better sense of who I am as a person. I wholeheartedly believe in hard work pays off. Like, I worked for somebody for 11 years, busting my ass, man. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, everything that I have now, I earned. Everything that I buy now, everything that I do now, I did because I worked, you know, didn't take vacations for years. You know what I'm saying? So Can't nobody tell me nothing about that, man. You can't tell me about hard work, putting in hours, learning everything you need to learn to be successful on your own. And now it's about to be 6 years in business, and it's like I'm doing better than I ever have. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, this video is probably getting kind of long. It's probably half an hour by now. I don't know. I don't care. But all in all, to wrap this thing up, yeah, I'm that type of guy to tell guys, be a man about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of guy to tell you go. Yeah, everybody probably should get some therapies here and there somewhere in life, but man, look, as a man, you have it harder than women for the most part, because at the end of the day, just like my wife tells me this all the time. I got her young, she was pretty, that's all she needed to be for me. You know, young, pretty, intelligent, cooperative, willing to learn, and my wife will be the first to tell you that you kind of molded me to be the woman I am today, and I'm thank you for that. She tells me this. So if I know, if I'm being praised for how I'm doing things, and I'm watching other people getting canceled or chastised for their opinion on how, you know, relationships should be, it's like, man, come on, man. Like I'm living this life. This is it. You know what I'm saying? I'm living. I know a lot of guys who have lives like that. Man, you know how many stay-at-home moms I go to, you know, working? Yeah, they're usually white. You know, I'm not gonna lie and say that. Rarely do I see a black stay-at-home mom, but that's why the narrative is how it is. You know, that's how relationships, how they are nowadays. And it's like, I try to stick to the traditional mindset where it's like, look, this is what I'm showing my daughter. Now, people like, what are you gonna teach your daughter? I'm gonna teach my daughter to do what she wants to do. But there's consequences to every action that you do in life. If you want to be a strong, independent woman and worry about your career and this and that, well, daughter, there might be a chance you might be in your 30s looking for a guy because you was so focused on your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, I don't even want to have to go into all of that. And me and my wife had talked about it. We should start a channel talking about this thing, because you have experience. I'm like, look, I don't got time for that. I got time to do what I want to do, which is work. You know, work on my truck, work on my bikes, go to the gun range. I mean, there's not enough time in the day to do everything you want to do. You know, I watch my YouTube here and there. I don't watch TV at all. I rarely watch news that much, but I do keep up with some political stuff. Now, I can clearly say with politics that nobody really likes Biden, so we know that. You know, when all that whole thing happens, was I a team Trump or team? I wouldn't say that, but as a business owner, I know which president did me better than the other. You see what I'm trying to say? Biden ain't do nothing. Yeah, it's worse with Biden. Let's just say that. So, you know, I mean, I'm not really that political in a sense anyway, so I don't go deep into that, but you do got to watch some things. You can't just be oblivious to everything. You know, that's just not smart. You know, just like sports, I was heavier on sports when I was younger. I'm not the biggest now, but I keep up, because knowing a little bit of everything keeps you in the conversation, you know. So it's gotten me far. And one other thing I'm going to leave off with is, like, your network is your net worth. You know, I've always been not to say a loner guy, but I stick to myself a lot because I don't really put my trust in a lot of people. You have to really earn my trust. But what I will say, I have a great group of guys that I talk to on a daily basis that all do what I do, or they make the same amount, if not more money than me. And my dad always taught me this. He's like, if you want to be successful, you need to place yourself around successful people. And that's just what it is, you know. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I know I've been going on and on. Sometimes, you know, it just turns on and doesn't want to turn off, you know. So especially how I feel about things, that just is what it is. You know, but it's very easy for me to say what I want to say when I don't care what I'm gonna say if it offends anybody. But when I'm doing moto vlogs, a lot of the times I make sure I don't say certain things because I don't want to offend anybody. But this video is especially for that. So that's how I feel about certain. If you don't agree, you don't agree. You know, that's it. And I don't think how I think is just that bad. You know, just because I say I agree with another individual's points, you know, or how I feel about traditional between modern, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, my wife was happy when I took her out of the work field. She's like, I don't want to work. I don't want to work out there. I want to work for you. You know, I don't want to, you know, like, there's so much, and she's so happy in life. It's like, I don't think women should, not all women, some women can do whatever, anybody can do whatever they want, but most women probably don't want to be working. They probably want to live a life like where they don't really have to just make all the decisions or be the man of the house or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I take care of everything. I make those decisions. She put her trust in me because, you know, I haven't let her down yet. You know, like, that's the thing. If you have a leader, trust in that leader, especially if they haven't let you down. It's common sense to me, you know? So, anyway, guys, you know, there's probably so much more I could have said or wanted to say, but I think I'm gonna make a video too damn long, so I might as well just cut it off right here. But all in all, man, it's like, it's getting to the point where you can't even say what you want to say anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say you want to, you know, a girl that's in shape. You know, if I was this guy, I want a dark-skinned chick, or this, I want a light-skinned chick, or I want a white chick, or I want a, you know, Indian girl. I want, you know, I like Asians, or whatever the case may be. Like, so what? You like what you like. We're in 2022 now. It's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I've came to accept certain things. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about anybody's sexuality. I don't care. You know, you can do what you want to do. I've been friends with people who are gay or whatever, and it's like, I don't care. As long as you don't portray your stuff onto me or my child, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I am so good on that. You can live your life how you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I just know how I want my child to be raised a certain type of way. Now, if she grows up and she changes how she wants to do things, that's on her. I just know I did my best to instill the things I felt like were important. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, guys. So, yeah, you got an idea how I feel about that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I love everybody, but I respect everybody until they disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. But anyway, guys, you know, I'll be back with another one. Hold on, let me make sure. Peace.